Hey, good morning guys. Today I'm going to clean up my annual containers, especially the ones with the petunias and the verbenas. Now I'm going to clip them back by about a third and then just take off any spent foliage, like these elephant ear leaves that are looking sad. I'll clip off. The Mizzou I'm just going to leave as is. Now I don't see any aphids yet. It actually looks very clean. But I think what I'm going to do is cut it back and fertilize it now. And tonight, about dusk, when all the pollinators have gone to bed, I might mix up some Captain Jacks and just dose the plant, and just to do some preventative maintenance. But these containers have filled in so beautifully since I potted them up. So I'm just going to fertilize them with the Proven Winners water soluble. I used 2 of the scoops into a 2-gallon watering can. So beneath my banana, I don't have a lot of maintenance in this container because it's mostly coleus. I do have a saffron finch, and I'm just going to pinch the growing tips out. I do have a Bermuda beach in the back here. And then I'm just going to fertilize that one. I wanted to show you the Dusty Miller that I started from seed, and then the Verbena bonariensis cuttings that I did over the winter. They're coming up so beautifully. But I've got the same problem as last year, where this section is so much more ahead than this section. So I'm not sure if it's a water issue, maybe because the garden's at a slant. I don't know. I don't know how to fix the unevenness of the border. I had the same thing with my begonias last year. Here you can see where the one side is higher than the other, and then coming around this side, so this border is straight, so it's always uniform, and then it's just these side borders that are weird. I don't know. Next, I want to clean up this corner container. The upright elephant ear that I overwintered has done so well. It's beautiful. I do want to clip back some of the spent foliage and maybe the smaller leaves, just to expose the beautiful Fiesta caladiums hiding out in the back. The plectranthus has gone wild. I need to trim that back quite severely.
I don't know. Should I go, or should I leave this on? Because lately I've been getting this feeling that you might like me too. And just maybe I could take a little risk for you. Make me move. Oh, I see you standing there. I just wanna get out of here with you. Oh, baby.
Now I think I'm going to trim these chenille plants back a little bit, just so that they can stall out, because they are a little bit leggy because they were fighting for life. They do love a lot of sunshine. Should I propagate these? I might. Maybe I will. Yeah. So now that I've clipped the chenille plant back, I think it's going to fill this area in nicely and trail a bit. And I think I'm going to remove the plectranthus. I don't like the way it looks. In fact, if I move this out of the way, it looks nice to be able to see the base of the container with this little bit of red overhang and then the beautiful foliage on top. So I'm going to pull all the plectranthus. Okay, I need to get my hose to spray all the soil I messed on the ground. Okay, this container is looking beautiful now. I do think it was the right choice to remove the plectranthus. It looks beautiful. The caladium container, there's no maintenance. I did clip off one of the inflows 2 days ago, but other than that, she's beautiful. I bought this cute little Alocasia Bambino at the garden center. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove all the peat moss that it's been growing in. I'm just going to carefully untwirl the roots. This little corm just fell off. And then there's this much smaller one as well. Now I might as well pop this one off because it's going to fall off anyway. Okay, I'm just going to rinse this off. Now before I put her into my collection, I am going to give her leaves a soak down with Castile soap and water. I think I'm going to cut this leaf off. It had some, it's got this tip damage here. Okay, I'm just going to rinse her off nicely. So now for the stratum, I use these solo cups. I just reuse them all the time. Now I pulled a bad one out of the bunch because I cut this drainage hole too big, so the stratum tends to pour out of there. The reason why I put my alocasias into stratum is it helps build strong water roots. So I've had the same bag of stratum for many months and I just keep using it over and over. Once I take the plant out of the stratum and transition them into pon, I just run hot water through, let these dry outside and then pour it back into the bag. And all it is volcanic soil for planted aquarium. So it's mineral rich and it stimulates strong plant growth. So, and you can see after about 3 weeks through the stratum, you see all the roots develop. And at that point, I usually get them out of stratum, rinse them off and pot them into pon. I just need to decant some of the stratum. Let me just use the lower cup. I'm just going to place the plant in about that height and then just pour the stratum over the roots. Here we go. So now I'm going to place this cup over the one without the holes and then just pour. This is reverse osmosis water from our tap. And I'm just pouring it in. You can see how the water level rises. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera. I usually take it not all the way to the top. I don't want it swimming in the top. I think that's just good. So you can already see the roots here are sitting in water, and in about 3 weeks time they will fill the whole cup. So I'm just going to place her just like this into my IKEA cabinet. So just a quick update on my string of pearls from one of my previous videos. Most of the strands have rooted. It's just on the edge. There's just a couple that need clipping, or I can just leave them because in about a month's time this whole top will be filled. You won't see most of these strands. Here's a few dead, and then back there it's just on the edges. And then the rest have rooted in. You can see a lot of new pearls. All the light green is brand new growth. And then I've got flowers starting. So I've got 3 here. Amazing. I anticipate that by the end of summer, they will be full and starting to trail off the edges. So we'll see. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and trim back these concrete wall urns also by about 1/3. Now the blooms still look good, and I haven't seen any aphids, which is quite amazing. And I do want to be sure not to cut back any of my string of bananas. Let me just pan you around to the other side slowly. These bananas have filled in so beautifully. And I really love the color combination of these containers. Okay, the first one is done, and you can actually see the dahlias now. They were completely covered over, and at least they've got a chance to breathe now. Now it does look strange, but in about 2 to 3 weeks it'll be covered in blooms again. All right, let me do the other one. Okay, so both the containers have been cut back. So I'm also going to quickly cut back this container. I won't cut the Dusty Miller or the Verbena bonariensis. I'm just going to trim back the Superbena pink cashmere. These colors together are so stunning. You can see the Superbena is kind of taking over my little tater tot orb. So I'm just going to trim that quickly. Before I clean up this mess, I wanted to give you an update on my jellyfish hanging basket. So this is what she looked like when I planted her up. It was early May. And then this is how she's filled in so far. These sun patients have been wonderful. I haven't had to do anything with this basket except for daily water and then fertilizing once a week, and zero pest pressure. I've had no issues with this hanging basket whatsoever. I love the pink and the silver together. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to see her fill in more.